Last year, I wrote a fan theory article for Cracked where I revealed my discovery of an Easter egg that had gone unnoticed for over 24 years. This Easter egg intrinsically tied the Terminator universe to the Alien and Predator universes. And yes, I am very aware of the existence of the Aliens vs. Predator vs. Terminator comic. This Easter egg was arguably more important than the comic, which wasn't bad, but it didn't really have any long-term repercussions to the lore of any of these properties. What this Easter egg did was tie all of these series so neatly together that they provided explanations to long-held mysteries within each series, including the 30-year-old mystery of where is Dutch Schaefer. This fan theory managed to go viral twice in a single year, garnering two separate streams of news coverage. A couple days later, James Cameron announced a new trilogy of Terminator movies centered on discovering just who the Terminator was built off of. Being that the fan theory created unparalleled interest in the subject of who exactly was the template for the Terminator, could this have all been a coincidence? Honestly, I don't think so. So what is the Easter egg and why is it so important? Back in 1994, Capcom's Alien vs. Predator graced the arcades. In the game, we were introduced to Major Dutch Schaefer, a cyborg version of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Dutch. This cyborg just so happens to have a serial number that is oddly familiar. Ash, from the Alien series, had a serial code of Hyperdyne Systems 120-A/2. When translated into the same formatting as Major Dutch's, the serial codes are almost identical. One glaring difference is that Dutch's code starts with CDS, while Ash's starts with HDS. If HDS stands for Hyperdyne Systems, then CDS certainly stands for Cyberdyne Systems. This means that this cyborg Dutch was created by Cyberdyne, the creators of the Terminators. Fans have often wondered if Hyperdyne Systems is the same company as Cyberdyne Systems, being that the name is literally a single letter different. Seeing as both of these companies work with cybernetics, use the same serial code structure, and have access to cyborgs that look like Arnold, it all comes together so brilliantly. It becomes clear that this cyborg Dutch is the missing link between the long-lost Dutch and the T-800. You can now rewatch Predator as a prequel to the Terminator series. And yes, I am also aware of the release dates of these films. For some reason, Predator being released in 1987 and Terminator in 1984 confuses some fans as to the possibility of this theory. Being that we're talking about a story of a time-traveling cyborg, it shouldn't be too confusing. Not only that, but it's called a prequel for a reason. You're telling a story about something that happened before certain events. You could view the events of Predator as the US government's test to find the ultimate soldier to base an entire army of killer robots on. The US government sends in group after group of men to see who could defeat this hunter creature. Only one man survives the test. And although we never get a straight answer as to what happens to Dutch after he gets on that chopper, we now, after 30 years, have some idea. This also explains why Terminators are known as hunter-killer units. In universe, the Predator creatures are known as hunters. How appropriate is it that the government would market these killer robots as an answer to an unseen alien menace? But if you're a purist who only counts stuff that has been released in the films, then there is another Easter egg that ties this all even closer together. Terminator 3 introduced us to the TX, an advanced model of Terminator that could reconfigure its arm to become any weapon available from its vast internal arsenal. Although it is a very quick shot, you could spot the M41 pulse rifle in its HUD display. This rifle is the very same rifle that is issued to the US Marines in the Alien universe. Again, it all fits together so neatly. I wish Tim Miller and James Cameron well on their quest to introduce us to a more suitable candidate to be the Model 101 template. Other sources like the 2001 book series and this one cutscene from the Terminator 3 tie-in game try to sell us their own interpretations. They may try to contradict this with the upcoming Terminator or the Predator films, but honestly, I really hope they don't. With Disney owning Terminator's distribution rights and its absorption of the Alien and Predator franchises through its acquisition of 20th Century Fox, now would be an excellent opportunity to bring all three of these together into a sci-fi horror cinematic universe. I just hope that they find a way to fit RoboCop into all of this, and give me producer credit.